Today, we're going to be making a FIFA 2022 World Cup bracket to see which teams are going to be making it out of the group stage and making their way into the finals this year in Qatar. The concept is pretty simple. You have 4 teams, in the top 2 countries in each group will qualify on to the next round in the playoffs into the round of 16. So let's get started. In Group A, we have Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. The top 2 countries who I think will be moving on in Group A will be the Netherlands and Senegal, with Qatar taking 3rd and Ecuador falling last. In Group B, we have England, Iran, the United States, and Wales. Obviously, we're going to say that England is going to move on, and just for the sake of it, we're going to put United States at 2nd. Up next in Group C, we have Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Not much of a debate here. Argentina is obviously going to get first place, followed by Poland, Saudi Arabia, and lastly, Mexico. In Group D, we have a very competitive bracket with France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. Again, not much of a debate. France, last year's champions, and Australia, a very good team, followed by Denmark and then Tunisia. In Group E, we have Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. Even though I think Germany is better than Spain, Spain will likely have some pretty interesting matches against the other 3 teams, which is why I think they'll be in first place, followed by Germany, Japan, and then Costa Rica. I think the Canadians will go ahead and take first place, and the Croatians, who were last year's second place runner-ups, with second place in this bracket, followed by Belgium and then Morocco. Again, I think that Brazil is a much better team than Switzerland, but I think that the Swiss are going to have a very interesting matchup against Brazil, and as such are going to take first place in this bracket, followed by Brazil taking 2nd, Cameroon, and lastly Serbia. And first place in this bracket goes to Portugal, followed by Ghana, South Korea, and then Uruguay. And so what we have to go ahead and do now is take each country from each group and correlate their rank within the group with the rank that is seen on the side. For example, in Group A, the first ranked country was the Netherlands, so they would go in the spot 1A. And already there's some pretty big matchup. For example, Argentina versus Australia, Spain versus Croatia, and likely the biggest matchup in this round, Portugal versus Brazil. Between the Netherlands and the United States, I think that the Netherlands is just barely going to be able to pull through. Between Argentina and Australia, I think that Argentina will have a solid victory. Moving down to the bottom of this side of the bracket, between Switzerland and Ghana, I think that Ghana will have a major upset against the Swiss. And of course, the match between Spain and Croatia. This was a tough decision, but I think that Croatia will be able to just barely squeak out and move on to the quarterfinals. England and Senegal is a bit of a no-brainer. Again, same thing with France and Poland. Even though I am rooting for the Canadians, I think that Germany is going to take the dub here. In the biggest match, the winner between Portugal and Brazil, I'm going to have to give it to Portugal because they have a much more solid lineup than the Brazilians. And so here we go, our quarterfinals are now set. Let's start on the other side of the bracket. Between Germany and Portugal, that's going to be a good match, but I think that the Germans are going to pull out and make it to the semis. Even though I really want to see the English win it all this year, I think that ultimately I am going to have to give the victory to France here, because they simply have more talent on their team than the English. Now then, over on the other side of the board, we've got Croatia and Ghana, which obviously I'm going to have to give to Croatia. And our last quarterfinal match between the Netherlands and Argentina, I really even need to explain myself with this one. And so there we go, the semi-finales are now set, between Argentina and Croatia, and between France and Germany. This should be interesting. So between Argentina and Croatia, I think that the team who is going to be winning and moving on to the finals is Croatia, who will hopefully return to finally win the coveted World Cup after falling just short and winning 2nd place last year. And of course, the second semifinal between France and Germany is going to Germany, because we can't have the exact same final as the last FIFA World Cup in 2018, which means that the 3rd place match is going to be between Argentina and France. And so, in 3rd place, between Argentina and France, I'm going to have to give the victory to Argentina, who's going to take 3rd place this year at the FIFA World Cup. And finally, in the finale between Croatia and Germany, the team who I'm going to have to give the victory to is Croatia. Simply put, because they've already been in the finals, they have the motivation to win another trophy. And of course, as we all remember, Germany won the 2014 FIFA World Cup. So maybe it's time to let another country shine in the spotlight. But let me go ahead and know if your guys' predictions are anything like mine. Keep in mind that I am not a full soccer enthusiast. Keep in mind, I am not a full football enthusiast. Go ahead and comment down below who you guys think is going to win the FIFA World Cup this year, and who's going to get 2nd and 3rd place as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.